Hey, how many social media apps are on your phone? How many apps are on the phones of your kids, your students, your family? We're going to talk about this today on the UIC show.
Welcome to the UIC show. We're so glad you're here. We're all about building next generation leaders. Today we're talking about social media. We're going to turn it into a fun game. We know today there's so much social media out there all over the place. And we just want to know, and we want to talk about, how you use it. Do you use it for good? Do you use it for bad? Do you use it for neutral? Who knows? So I got a verse I wanted to start us off with today. It's Matthew 12:36. It says, "I tell you, on the day of judgment, people will give an account for every careless word they speak." It's so easy to speak a word, and especially with social media, you can put it out with your phone. And the Bible tells us that we're gonna give an account for every word we speak. So anything you got before we get this game off and running?
No, social media for me started off as a pager, and so you could only mess up your conversations with one person at a time. The bad news about social media is now you can say something and a million people will just crash on you. So I'm happy that I started here. So Jamel, what do you got for us today in social media games?
Awesome. Well, yeah, we're going to do a little game to test your knowledge of social media platforms. We're going to have 3 different rounds. Every round, there will be 4 different platforms in which you choose from. I'm going to describe them, and you guess which platform I am describing by putting your little platform flag over the number in which I share those fun facts.
Golden.
Sounds
Awesome.
good.
Winner
Let's do it.
after 3 rounds is going to be crowned social media king, and the loser, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
The loser has to, on their social media, their personal social media, praise the winner with 140 characters, a 140 character praise of the winner. Does that sound okay?
Sounds good.
I'm going to choose MySpace and nobody will read it.
So then you're admitting you're going to lose already.
No, I'm just saying if it were to happen,
If it were to
okay,
happen.
okay.
nobody will know.
All right, we will put a link to Brent's MySpace at the end of this video. Brent, do you still have a MySpace page?
I don't know if I ever got rid of it.
I know, right?
I stopped using
Probably
it, so
still
I
have it.
imagine something exists
I'm
out
going to
there.
look for my MySpace after this. Jeez.
Yeah.
In this first round, we're going to start with the big 4. So the options are going to be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube. I'm going to go ahead
MySpace.
No longer one of the big 4. So I'm going to go ahead and share some facts about it. And then if you think that is the correct one, then you put it on number 1. So number 1. This social media platform was founded in 2010 and then sold for $1 billion in 2012. This platform is also a great avenue for business and has 200 million visits on a business profile each day. The most popular user of this platform is Selena Gomez, and the most popular hashtag in this platform is #love.
#love. Which one is it? I already guessed. Don't cheat.
I know you did. So.
Chris is already committed. All right, so Chris is committing to Instagram, and Brent is going with Twitter. And at the end of the 4, I'll give you guys a chance to mix things up, all right? All right, number 2. This social media platform had 8 employees when it started in 2009. This platform is a go-to for discovery, with 79% of its users saying that they use this platform to learn news. And also, every second, this platform is used 10 times to mention Starbucks. No changing yet.
No changing.
I can't change
You
it.
can change at the end of this round. At the end of this round, I'll let you move things around.
the-
You can
at
throw
the end of
something
all
else.
4.
You can throw something else there for
I'm just
now.
going to have to put a placeholder there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
put a
put a
placeholder
placeholder.
there for now.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. Social media platform number 3. This social media, all 4 of them have a version of like a like. This platform's like button was once called the awesome button. This platform, I know, right? This platform was the first to introduce 360-degree video. And this platform, within its language settings, includes the option of pirate English. It is one of the settings, and when I go home, I'm going to change my settings
I need to hear
to
number.
pirate
Yeah,
English.
I don't know
I need
which
to
one
hear
has
number
pirate
4.
English. Yeah, I need to hear number 4. I
Okay,
think
well,
we're gonna
you'll
adjust
get
them.
your chance to change things up. So does it? Oh, by the way, you can kind of verbalize your thinking. You can feel free to share with me and your logic behind all these.
I just want to hear a version of
Yeah.
Pirate English. English.
English.
Pirate English.
Can you give me a standard
The loser can talk in pirate English. for the
Pirate
rest of
English
the
on,
episode.
on MySpace?
On MySpace. There you go. All right, here we go. Here is our last platform. This final platform was founded by 3 former employees of PayPal. The first post on this platform took place at the San Diego Zoo, and 70% of the users of this platform, what they consume on this platform is determined by the platform's controversial algorithm. So it has a controversial algorithm in which 70% of its users.
I think.
Yeah,
I think I'm right.
I think that's going to have to be that.
Okay. So I'm going to give you guys a chance.
allowed
So
to
yeah,
do
go
that?
ahead. Now's your chance. Go ahead and
I-
mix things up and and share your logic.
I think that one sounds like YouTube, so I'm gonna go ahead and just stick with that. And
I'm sure there's a lot of controversial algorithms, but when you hear that word, then for me, I'm just like, well, that's the one that you hear
Yeah.
most often. is
controversy.
Okay.
controversy
Okay.
algorithms.
So are you guys pretty much?
I think I'm gonna keep mine.
No, because I think I think Twitter for me needs to be
Okay,
number
go ahead
2.
and make a
because
move.
that
Oh
was the
wow!
one-
So you're
So are
just
you
gonna
copying
completely
everything
copy
Chris
me.
is
I
doing?
see how
No,
it is.
I'm just saying that it said that that's where people got their information, like for like
Here.
politics or whatever you said. So I don't
Okay.
have a clue on the first one. So
Okay.
that's just
So
the
you're
last one I
guessing
would have.
Instagram. All right.
That was just a guess from me.
I'm going to give
Wow.
you guys one quick chance to make a change to get a lead.
You know what? I'm gonna make it different, just so it's not
get a
the same,
lead.
just so that at least there's some like skin in the game.
Get some skin in the game.
I mean, we're gonna have to change it.
All right. For the first round,
Yes.
Chris has 4 points. Brent has 2.
Oh,
Oh,
baby!
I should've
Shouldn't have
just
switched
said-
it.
Yep, the first platform was in fact Instagram. The second was in fact Twitter. The third is Facebook. So when you go home, you can change your Facebook settings
Pirate
to Pirate English. And the last one was in fact YouTube. The first YouTube video was in 2005, and it was a guy in the San Diego Zoo.
That's what
Wow.
threw me. That's what threw me. But then
Yeah,
when you said
that
the
was a little
algorithm,
interesting.
the
Yeah, that's
what
algorithm
got
took
me
me
back.
back there. But
Yep.
the first
Yep.
one was like, I don't think it started in San Diego.
Any thoughts on any of those social medias
Yeah.
before we move on, Brent?
Thoughts on them?
Yeah.
That's a very big question. Yeah, of course. I mean,
Yes, I
it's
have
interest-
thoughts.
It's interesting to hear how they started and what they've evolved or devolved into.
Yeah.
So, because if somebody's perspective was this will be a good idea to do this,
Yeah.
that'd be a whole different talk to see
Yeah.
where something came from, and then like, is it accomplishing that purpose, or has there a new purpose been created?
Yeah. Like with Facebook, there were a bunch of other facts I was going to share, but it would have been too obvious.
Too obvious.
Like a lot of people know now that it was originally like meant for college students.
Yeah.
It was meant to be like a thing for Harvard kids.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And all 4 of those are ones that pretty much have stayed consistent either in growth or like their dominance of the social media. I mean, everyone says Facebook is slowly falling off, but for different purposes. Like it's falling off business-wise. Instagram that was an interesting thing to learn, that Instagram is a better place to promote a business.
Interesting.
I don't know about churches, but as far as businesses go, Instagram, they say, is the better place to go, and Facebook
Yeah.
is more of a uncle and auntie argue over politics place.
What was the stat about Instagram and news?
No, that was Twitter.
That was Twitter.
Oh, Twitter.
79% of its users say that is
Wow.
their go-to source.
79?
That's so
79%.
interesting. Twitter
I mean,
is
yeah,
their
for me, I
go-to.
think I get a lot of my, like, what's going on through the Discover page of Twitter.
Yeah.
And I think that's mostly millennials on Twitter.
Yeah, and people just say it's mostly political. I mean, because it's like where all the people are sharing their ideas.
Yeah.
Yep.
The president's there. I mean, like there's all
Yeah.
these things that are happening there that have never really happened before.
Exactly.
And that's where like even other generations are like, it almost seems like there's even a social media disconnect.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like whatever social media crowd you're a part of, that's like your nuance, and
Yeah.
those are the conversations you're having. And so I think it's kind of interesting where there's different levels of talk.
Yeah.
And if certain media apps have different levels, can there be a complete total disconnect even with a
Yeah.
mass of information traveling conversely, but they're not talking about the same things in the same places?
Exactly. And I think the scary thing about Twitter, too, is they say it encourages kind of faster thinking sharing. And the fact that it's a place where people discuss politics and it encourages you
In one-line sentences.
in one-line sentences,
yeah.
it's a really, I don't want to say toxic. It can be toxic,
Yeah.
but I guess it's for many people, it's a pretty toxic place because people don't. You're encouraged to not think
Right.
when
Yeah.
you share, right? And that's the whole
Political meme generator.
What's interesting too about this generation that's growing up is a lot of people are used to talking to people through a screen now instead of
That's true.
talking face to face.
Yeah.
And you can't substitute that. You can substitute it for small things like, do I need to pick
Yeah.
up milk from the store? But you can't substitute in-depth conversations that
Yeah.
you need to have. And especially with Twitter, you can't
Yeah.
you can't put that in such a tiny
Well,
little space.
You say you can't substitute that, and I'm saying Generation Z says you don't need to impose your thoughts on us because I'm already informed.
That's true.
Somebody texted me the other day. I don't need your opinion. I'm informed.
Wow.
And so I was like, all
That's
right.
tragic.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, but
Yeah.
that's a real thing that people say.
That's true.
Because people are getting their own source. You're going to their own wells.
Yeah.
And so I think there's been a huge shift in information dissemination.
Yes.
Because now it's like information explosion.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about this at the end, but no, I think now is a good time to talk about it. It's so interesting how all these platforms, what they have in common is the algorithm shows you what it knows you want to see.
Yeah.
So, it's so funny, right? Whenever you speak to anyone about political divisive issues, they always say, I just wish the other person just checked the news more. Right? That's like, I wish the other person just was
the
more
news.
informed, right?
Yeah.
Every
Yep.
side says that.
Which one?
Exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. But the thing is, everybody, what they're being shown, they are
algorithm.
informed.
Yeah.
The algorithm shows everybody exactly what fuels their already preconceived notions or bias
Or what they've been looking up.
Exactly.
And Jesse, turn your mic up and tell that story about your sister called you, right? Or something?
We're going to hear from Jesse for the
I
first
know,
time
wow.
on the UIC show.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Our sound guy.
I don't know if I'm in, but okay.
I hear you.
Crazy story. So my sister, older
yeah.
sister, she got me a planner. It was, I forgot what it's called, like the Perfect Planner or whatever. And we're talking on the phone.
Not a sponsor.
And she, not a sponsor at all. No sponsorship.
But they can.
Yeah,
But they can if you
Call
want.
us.
Free. But either way, she we're talking on the phone and she's like, "Oh, did you get the planner?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it actually just came in today." And so I open it up. I'm like, "Oh, this is cool." I'm like, "Thank you for it." Hang up the phone. Okay, I did not do any planner research. This was just a kind gift my sister sent me. And lo and behold, 5 minutes later, I did not even look it up. It is on my Instagram feed as an ad. I didn't research it. I
Big
didn't look it
Brother's
up.
watching.
And so I was like,
Listening.
I was creeped out by that.
Yep.
The
They,
algorithms are real.
Oh, very real.
That's another thing we need to know about social media is the lack of privacy.
Oh, yeah.
You think it's private, but it's not. So why don't we keep going and
Yeah,
then
let's
we
keep
can
going
we can
and we'll
talk.
talk more about those talking points. But yeah, and as I share them, feel free to also kind of go back and forth
Yeah.
with me and share your logic, why you're guessing what you're guessing, what you
Sounds
think about
good.
them. Because we can take our pauses between them as well.
I think this next one's gonna
round
be a little bit
two
difficult.
is the millennial round. These are the ones that are more, well, I would say a combination of millennial and Gen Z, kind of the younger audience. And it includes Pinterest, Reddit, Snapchat, and TikTok. There you go. You got all four of them right there. So I'm going to go ahead and describe them. The first social media platform that I will describe. Number one, Taco Bell paid this platform $75,000 for 25 hours of a taco filter.
Wow. I
a
wish
taco filter?
I should know that one.
73% of this oh wait, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, wow, you're already
Share it.
going.
You're going for it. Yep.
He's going for it.
Oh yeah, I didn't even share the other two facts.
Oh, sorry.
73. That's fine. 73% of this platform's users are between the ages of 18 to 24 years old, and this platform is also known for being the pioneer of the use of vertical video ads.
Vertical video ads. I think
No other
That-
platform did it before this platform.
I'm thinking
or
TikTok.
Vertical-
That last one got me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe
Vertical-
Snapchat has
Vertical video ads.
Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But 18 to 24. I'm thinking TikTok. Why do you think Snapchat?
Because I think the one app that I've heard most kids early on in youth ministry, like a couple years ago, talking about filters, it was always Snapchat
Oh, so
was
the
always
filter.
doing filters. So
I
the
will
filter,
say though
so-
that these other ones do. Some of these.
I'm
other
sure
ones
they all have
filters.
filters. I'm sure they do too. I don't know anything about Reddit's filters because I've seen Reddit like just only today on this, so
First
I
exposure.
don't have a clue.
Good luck with that one.
Pinterest.
I think like house moms use Pinterest
Yeah.
to put up pages of like wedding things. So I don't know how they do filters with that.
That's all that.
And then
Pinterest
TikTok
is
is
used
for TikTok is for like battle dancing. So
Battle dancing.
battle dancing.
I've never seen a battle dance yet, but
Oh yeah. People
show us
competing, all that
some
stuff.
battle
Yeah,
dancing.
yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty,
Cool.
what's number
All right.
2?
Let's see our next platform that I will describe. Okay, this
If he says
platform-
battle dance, I'm choosing it.
This platform is famous for battle. No, this platform was born from a merger of 2 separate apps. The second fact is this platform is the most popular with younger audiences, with 41% of its users being between the ages of 16 and 24.
Oh, wow.
So it has more underage
Okay,
users.
yeah, that's
And
definitely.
despite its popularity, only 20% of this platform's revenue comes from the United States.
I think that's.
So what?
Oh wow, from the United.
Despite its popularity in the United States, only 20% of its revenue
Yeah.
comes from the United States.
I gotta definitely switch. these
80% comes from somewhere else.
two. That's definitely.
So
gotta
both
be
of you have
TikTok.
TikTok and Snapchat on the board, but it's just a matter of which
Yeah,
is which.
I'm gonna switch those because that definitely sounds like TikTok.
Because I don't think the red alien is that.
Yeah,
The
the red,
red
well,
alien.
I don't think you know much about the red alien yet.
He just learned about the red alien today.
I didn't even know what this symbol was for.
The red alien is honestly one of my favorite social media platforms.
All right.
We'll talk about that later. All right, this
I guess we're not friends on that app.
we are. I don't even know if that app has friends. If it does, I don't have any.
Does it have an awesome button?
Well, no, that was Facebook. Facebook started with an awesome
Yeah.
button. It was, well, I don't know if it actually came out, but it was supposed to be an awesome button
That's
before
awesome.
he shortened it to like. And
Yeah.
we all know that today. Everyone copied like. Imagine
Like.
if we were all saying, dude, did you awesome that?
I totally
Right?
awesome.
Dude, that could be a total game changer for
I know,
communication.
right?
Make
Like,
sure you awesome this video.
How many extra text characters would that be for everybody's text when you're like,
Oh my
you know,
goodness. I have to awesome it.
awesome, and subscribe.
Oh my goodness. Ashley did not awesome our pictures. Oh my word. Okay, here we go. This next platform has an extraordinary ratio of 79% female users.
Oh.
Pinterest.
Oh yeah. Totally.
Dude, cake decorating, wedding planning, garden, home makeovers.
Wedding dance battle.
I'm telling
Wedding dance battles. This is the only social media platform that I discovered from all the ones I read that is primarily used on a tablet more than it is on a
Oh.
smartphone.
That makes sense because you're getting your recipe on your little.
because everybody's sitting at home watching it, trying to work on something.
This bit is sounding borderline sexist.
Hey, you're the one that said that 70% of the users.
79.
Don't put that on us. We've been set up. We believe that anybody
talking
can
about
use any form of
recipes,
social
and
media. You
you're
have the
saying
right.
Men can't look at cake recipes,
I didn't say that.
wedding pictures. Oh man,
I benefited. My wedding benefited from Pinterest.
And finally, this social media platform has a rate of 88% of its users purchasing products that are promoted. So that's like one of the highest rates. Like
That's-
88% of the people, what they see, they buy.
That's number 3. Still.
Yes, this is number 3. So do you guys already commit to that? All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So finally, someone already put what they thought was number 4.
I just have a choice.
Yeah. All right. So this platform was originally almost named Obalu.com or 360scope.com.
That looks like Obalu.com because that's a foreign alien from a different country, and his name is Obalu. And it was about talking to people in other languages.
The language of Obalu.
Yep, in other states and countries.
Yes. This platform is famous for a system of using karma to like or dislike comments, as well as allowing celebrities the opportunity to ask random people to do an Ask Me Anything, also known
Oh,
as an
yeah.
AMA. So you've ever heard of
That's
that? An
definitely
AMA.
right.
And then lastly, this platform has a mascot named Snoo.
Bam!
All right.
That's hilarious.
So here's
Okay.
your change round.
I need to definitely change these.
I'm good. I think I'm good on this one.
I'll give
think
you an
we're gonna
opportunity.
be
So you're identical.
4 for 4. I hope.
You hope. All right. No one wants to change. Try to pull up a lead.
Battle dancing.
All right. And the score remains the same. You guys are both 4 for 4.
All right.
So, Chris, you are up by 2 going into this last round. So, and this is going to get hard because now these are the more obscure rounds. So this is the obscure.
Bulu was obscure.
Yeah, that was. I should have put
His
that
name
one
is
in the next
Snoo.
round. His name is Snoo. Yeah, there is no Abulu apparently. But yeah, so if Brent, if you want a chance to win, if I were you, I would have at least 2 answers different than Chris. This form of social media was launched in 2015 and has a current estimated value of $2.05 billion.
Wow.
This platform is known to be able to handle 2.6 million concurrent voice calls at a time.
Discord. I'm going with WhatsApp. I think that's the right one, but
All right.
we'll find out. What year? 2015?
2015.
So it's 4 years
I feel
old.
like Discord is.
I don't know if Discord's older than that. I know WhatsApp.
You already put Discord, so you got to keep it.
I did.
And,
I use Discord for vocal communications. So that's a gaming app. It's a gaming app. Most of the people I know use it for gaming, and I know it's been popular for a couple years that way. So
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and jump to the next one. I'm going to lower the amount of hints to kind of make this spicy, 'cause
Okay.
I realize.
Yeah.
All right.
put the most obscure fact.
Yep.
Like, what is this symbol? Is that a question?
He's still really confused about this one. All right. Number 2. This platform is the most banned app in the world.
Whoa.
Banned?
Banned. It's banned, I think, in 13 countries, but you might have to fact check me there. The most banned app in the world. Fact 2, Google offered to purchase this platform for $10 billion, but was rejected. Later sold
They
to
got banned.
Facebook for $19 billion.
Wait, they got rejected for 10 and sold for 19.
They rejected Google for $10 billion, but they accepted Facebook for $19 billion.
Wow. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And the last obscure hint, and I don't think this helps. I like this one because like it doesn't help at all. This platform did not spend a single penny on marketing or user acquisition,
Wow.
and it's worth $19 billion.
That's a lot of money.
That's just a lot of money for an app that I've never seen or used.
That's true. But
let you think
there's
But once
just a lot of
again-
money in the social media game.
Right?
Exactly. All right, here you go. Here's your next one. This New York-based internet platform is known for being part microblog and part social network. In 2013, Yahoo confirmed that it would buy the blogging service for $1.1 billion. In 2018, the company decided to ban adult content. In 2019, it was sold for a measly $3 million US. So it was bought for
Wait, say it all one more time.
so it was bought in 2013 for $1 billion, 1.1 billion.
So it's old.
It's old. It banned adult content in 2018,
okay.
and then it was sold in 2019 for $3 million.
Wow.
So
Okay,
it
I'm
just-
gonna
Going
put.
with Group Me.
Yeah, I'm gonna put.
I was thinking Discord, but
I'm probably gonna have to change something, but I don't. I'm gonna probably have to change. I'm not confident.
what's that?
I need to hear the last one.
Okay, don't worry, and you'll have your chance to change them. All right, you ready? This last one. Or do you want to explain your logic behind these? What did you guys put down? I can't even
I
see
put
from
Group
here.
Me on that one.
Okay, what's your reasoning there?
It just sounds. I don't remember seeing any adult content on there when I was on there.
Okay.
I put WhatsApp just so it's not the same as his.
Well, there you go. Good thinking. All right, here's your last one. This last platform was bought by Skype for $86 million in 2011. This platform is similar to another app in this round, but is focused on an American market. And also, this final app was the only social media platform that Jomel did not believe belonged in this top 12, but yet here it is.
Wait. This is the only one you believe that did not.
I did not believe it belonged here, but it is on here.
Oh,
I
now
was-
I'm totally.
That's throwing me off.
I did not agree with its presence in the top 12, but it is still in the top 12 as of the time I got
I
these
don't think
statistics.
that's Discord.
So I'm gonna.
I'm gonna
I'm
switch.
changing.
Go ahead, make your
I'm
moves. Make your
changing
moves.
Everything.
I was just very strongly against this one. I don't know why it's here, but
this
yet
mine?
here it is.
Is this one mine?
Is there a B on the back?
This is the one you believe is not supposed to be in this?
Yes, this last one, I was like, no way. And I could not find any good facts. This was the hardest to find interesting facts. I had nothing.
I think I'm comfortable with
You
my
think
picks.
you're
When I Google fun fact about blank, this literally had no fun facts.
Wow, not fun at all.
There's nothing fun about it. It's fact history. All right. So what do we got?
We're all different.
Everything's
whole round-
different?
This whole round is.
Well, let's see. The first one you guys both got. okay.
Discord.
Let's see. All right. So I will start. The first one I described was, in fact, Discord.
Oh, nice.
So you both got a point for that one.
Okay.
I thought it was older, but
All right. You ready? The second app I described being the most banned, not spending a single penny. What did you put down, Chris?
Tumblr.
Tumblr. And what did you put down?
What's that?
The correct answer is WhatsApp.
Oh,
Ooh.
So
I'm almost in the game.
yeah, you're in the game. So now you're down by one. All right. So
Encourage me.
A lot goes in. A lot goes into this next point, or this next one right here. The next one I described, the New York-based platform that had the interesting story of being bought for $1 billion
Sold
by
for
Yahoo,
$3
and then banning adult content, and then dropping down to being worth $3 million. That is the story of Tumblr.
I was gonna say I don't know what Tumblr is even in the picture anymore. So I figured when you said they sold for $3 million, I was like, it's got to be the least known of all these right now. So
Yep.
that's why I went with that.
So back in 2013, it was famous, but they did not know. Or I mean, I guess they knew, but like they wasn't meant for adult content, but it became that.
an adult content place.
Yeah, an adult content place. Like it did definitely had an innocent side, like many other social media platforms, but it became really famous for being a more friendly to adult content place. And it was a really controversial thing when they banned it because the adult content it had, they claimed was like, well, it was supposed to be more artistic, right? That kind of stuff.
Artistic.
Exactly. That was their argument. They were like, oh, you're banning our freedom of whatever. And that was a really big deal. And now it's bought by Automatic, a parent company of WordPress. And that means that their last round, the company that was bought by Skype, and I have no idea why it was here, is in fact GroupMe. So that means,
So I just went up 3 points.
yeah, that means that you're up by 1. But you know what, Chris?
Yes.
Don't worry. I'm
Stop
going to
the game
give
right
you.
here.
Nope.
We're running out of time. Thank you for showing up for the UIC show.
I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna give you a bonus round. I'm gonna describe one, and then you shout it out whenever you're ready. Whoever shouts it out first, I'm gonna give you a point.
Are we using the 12 that we just went through?
What do you mean? Oh no, it's not one of those. The 12. It's
Oh, not-
two new ones.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you have no frame of reference here.
Okay.
Just shout them out. Whoever shouts it out first, you are the winner, or you get this point. So Chris has a chance here. If Brent gets it, you're pretty much done. So this is your chance if you get the first one. All right. First bonus round. This platform was acquired by Amazon for $970 million in 2014.
MySpace.
Nope. Despite,
I'm just being
in
consistent.
2014.
I'm just being
Oh my
consistent.
goodness. Despite the stereotype that it's easier to be a female on this platform, 81% of its users are male. So that's one of those.
So it's not Pinterest.
Not Pinterest. It is the opposite of Pinterest.
The opposite.
You got anything? You can start shouting stuff out.
Wait, just say that one more time. That last stat.
81% of the users are male. And that's one of the biggest disparities, I think, out of all of them. Like,
Hair Club for Men.
haircut for men. No, not the right social media. So who are the 20% of females on that app?
We're not going there. Not going there.
All right, here
They're
we go.
buying for their husbands, bro.
This platform has raised over $75 million for over 100 different charities.
GoFundMe?
Nope.
75 million is not very much for 100 charities.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's not
I'm
that
like,
much.
I'm like, so everybody gets a penny.
Yeah.
I'm not good at math. He's the smart one.
Yeah. All right, here's your last one. This should be a dead giveaway. The most famous user of this platform or at the time of writing this, I don't know if it's changed, goes by the name Ninja.
Oh,
Twitch.
Twitch.
Bam!
Yeah, you
Hey, guess whose avatar is Twitch on a game called World of Warcraft?
yeah, that's right. You are Twitch.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna do this one just for fun. Brent is our winner, in fact. But just for fun, I'm gonna see if you can get this one. The founder of this platform said that his inspiration came from his hatred of traveling to work meetings. This platform.
Zoom.
There you go. Zoom.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep. And the last one was gonna be it got really popular during the COVID-19 epidemic.
MySpace.
Yeah. Imagine if MySpace. What if this video causes a resurgence of MySpace?
MySpace.
People are gonna go, wait, what is MySpace? There was a precursor.
Yes. Once upon a time there was a.
This is the precursor.
Or what? What are some other old ones other than MySpace? Did you guys ever have Friendster?
No.
No Friendster.
I had-
Zanga. Did you guys ever have
Zanga. Yep.
Did you have
Uh,
AIM?
Link,
I did have AIM.
LinkedIn for business stalkers.
Yeah, LinkedIn was one that was actually a top one, but I didn't want to include it because this is like for youth
Yeah.
pastors. By
It's
youth
more
pastors.
business.
It's
But
very
but
business-oriented.
back when LinkedIn came in, like I'm gonna say early 2000s, like all churches, like all youth pastors were sharing LinkedIn information for business accounts.
That's true.
So it was a big thing. I never used it because I was like, this is dumb. But sorry, I didn't friend a lot of y'all. It wasn't
I was
personal.
about to say,
I just didn't.
You
use
never
social media.
connected with me on LinkedIn.
I did not.
That's hilarious.
That's good. Yeah, no, I definitely. It's more. I think when you're in ministry, it's not because ministry is a lot of like word of mouth. Hey, I know this pastor. He'd be a great youth pastor here, and it's the environment. I think the environment's just a little bit different. So
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I do have one.
So Brent, what are your thoughts on social media? Are you a big fan of it? You
Well,
dislike
apparently
it?
he's the winner
I-
of this
yeah,
game.
he's the
So
champ.
He knows a little bit.
Be checking my MySpace for your.
Sometimes when you see it, it doesn't necessarily mean you like it. It just means that it's a part of everyday life. So I think generation. I mean, we've got like 70 subscribers right now, trying to get to 100. and
Hit
we're
that
trying to
subscribe
even
button.
say, yeah, hit that subscribe button right now because we need you.
Yep.
We want to be able to continue to have these conversations and have good discord and discussion. But I think we're probably not going to be able to get into it today because the episode's already getting long. But I just really, that whole thing we said earlier about information dissemination, I think in some places and in some discussions, people would say that the guardianship of information to give appropriate information at appropriate times would be necessary. I think the other side of that argument would say, no, people are always smart enough to handle all information all the time spontaneously and just let them deal with it. And so I think this even kind of comes down to an issue of parenting, right? So as a parent, you're trying to figure out what information is necessary for my kids to succeed in what's currently going on.
Yeah.
And I might have even used this before a couple weeks ago, but like I remember my parents just told me, and I don't even know if my parents actually told me this is just how I remember it, that fire was bad. And fire's not bad, but when I was a little kid with very limited
Context.
vocabulary,
Yeah.
my parents couldn't explain to me fire is useful in the right context and you got to be big enough to use the stove, whatever. So I just knew that stoves were dangerous because stoves caused pain.
Yeah.
And so that information gatekeeping,
Yeah.
I think there's a reason for that. And I think that as society continues to evolve or devolve, depending on what side of the thing you think you're on,
Sure.
I think that the immediate information dissemination without processing that social media has enabled or now we have access to can be constructive, but like you said about Twitter, can also be very destructive.
Yeah.
Because if everything's reduced down to a chunkable meme or a one sentence, 140 characters, like what actually can you say of value in 140 characters? I mean, I guess you could say "I love you,"
There
which
you go.
some would say that's the most valuable thing.
Hashtag love.
But outside of something like that, can you really have an intelligent discussion if you're only using 140 characters to prove your point, to listen, to understand, to digest information, and then to give another point out? So I think that's one thing that the conversation we're still going to have to keep talking about. How can social media be used in productive and creative ways that doesn't just shut down communication? So anyway, that's a lot to unpack.
And you can't even get the tone and what the person's going for in what they're saying.
Hello,
They could,
emoji, cry face,
Right?
they could be saying something
sly smirk.
and someone could totally misconstrue that, and that can happen even when you're talking in person as well. But it's a lot harder, and the Bible tells us not to forsake the meeting of the brethren. I think in this time, some people have said, "Well, I'm going to turn to YouTube for my church, and I'm going to be comfortable with that," And I'm sure there's some people that are going to go, "Well, now that people are back at church, I'm just going to stay on YouTube, and that's my church now." So
And people have been arguing that for a long time.
That's true.
I don't need people. And now with information, if people were your network that created information for success, and now there's other avenues for that, and if social media has created new streams of going towards food, sustenance, information, jobs, then some people might say, or some generations might grow up thinking, well, what's the value of that other way? This is a new, better way. And I just want to be sure that as we're talking, that sometimes new isn't necessarily better, and sometimes old isn't necessarily bad. But I just think that we just need to be wise. The verse that I looked up, and Jamal, I wanted to hear you chime in on it too. Sure, I know you've done a lot of this research, but James 1:19 says this, and just in light of the last couple of weeks, like our city's still in a little bit of unrest, and people's hearts are still hurting, and there's a lot of rawness, and there's a lot of misunderstanding. Listen to what James says thousands of years ago. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. And I don't want to throw shade on any of these 12 sources, but if there's one thing that I can say pretty unequivocally for me is just like looking around is I think that we are worse off considering this verse, considering these apps, because you can go ahead and scream into a void and then expect people to either push the awesome button or not, and then whether or not you awesome it or not determines your friendships. And I think that's a very dangerous place to be. I think that shuts down more conversation than enables it. And I think reducing things to a simple phrase or a thought seldom is things so simple where it's like one answer is going to solve all problems. Unless you say Jesus or the Bible, and that's a Sunday school answer. But we as pastors are trying to figure out how to get Jesus into the circumstance, and that's going to necessitate constructive conversation that I don't know that all of these social media apps can provide, and I don't know if they were designed to provide. So that's just a couple thoughts from me. I wanted to hear your thoughts,
No,
Joe.
I agree. It's like consequence-free, thoughtless speech. And, you know, like I love that passage right now. And I think, man, that passage really applies right now more than anything. And that's not a political statement. That goes to everybody. I think whatever political side of the spectrum you fall on, I think we can all benefit from slowing things down. Because the thing about social media is it's consequence-free. Say something extreme because that's what gets more likes, the more controversial. And one point that we made before the episode was we really have to be careful when we assume that our experience with social media is just like this universal experience. Because one thing we've discussed about algorithms is everything is catered to the person. So you might have some youth kids in your ministry that say, oh no, like this is great. Mine is like, you know, I use this platform and it's innocent and it's, you know, it's all clean and funny and all fun and games. But your teenage boy who's hitting puberty, they might have a different experience on that platform, right? So that's one thing you got to know is we can't put blanket statements, say this good, this bad. Everything has an algorithm that shows certain people. So it really... Ultimately, it goes to teaching at the heart. We can do all the like service level social media. And I don't know, every church is different. Maybe some youth groups, the youth pastors, like everyone show me your phone. I'm deleting this app from everyone's phone. I don't know. Like I've known some youth groups that are a little bit more like that. But we
That's
really
a little controlling.
Yeah, exactly. We can't really do that. But what we can control, or not, we can't control. But what we can preach on and encourage it is the heart.
Yeah.
And ultimately, that's our responsibility. It's not to control what apps they have or don't have. It's how is their heart. So also, I do want to state that all my sources were scattered throughout the internet, so I could be off on some things I said. If there's something you know about a platform, feel free to correct. I promise I won't have my feelings hurt. Feel free to correct in the comments below. And if you have certain thoughts or opinions on some of these social media platforms, like I said, you might have an experience, and everyone's experiences with these are different, because the algorithms are different. And I think that's the biggest take home I want to give you is don't expect everyone's experiences to be the same. If you had a pure, innocent experience with a platform, have sensitivity to someone whose experience might not be. Like we learned about Tumblr. People didn't know that a lot of people had that experience with it, right?
And maybe it's only my TikTok that always shows up battle dance competitions because maybe something in me, they think that I want to get into battle dance competitions. So
yeah, they read your mind.
I want to thank Carla for starting me down that road. I think I'm doing better.
Professional battle dancer.
Yep. I think
As
Project 25. I think that motivated me. I went out to go get a Furby suit so that way I can like kind of dance that way and just get it.
Yep.
So I practice at home.
Do you really have TikTok videos?
No.
Oh, because I was going to add it.
I didn't even do the one that Carla asked us to do. Like, she didn't shame me, but she was just like, all right, time's up.
I was going to put it in post right here if there's a video of you dancing somewhere.
Carla has something because I sent something to her. My wife filmed me and sent something because of the dance that she did for her Project 25 video. And I was kind of like trying to do it a little bit. I walked around my house doing this the whole time.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like trying to whatever. And so she was very excited. My wife recorded it. I think
That's
she sent it to
hilarious.
Carla. So talk to Carla if you want to see. She might have some dance video of me that would be very embarrassing.
Battle dance video.
I would choose for it not necessarily to go viral. So please just keep it and laugh with your friends, but don't comment, subscribe.
If I can find it, it's going on this video right now.
Carla, this is for you.
If nothing happened, then I didn't find it. But what we are going to put right now is at some point today or tomorrow, Chris is going to write a 140-character compliment for Brent, the winner. And that's going to be shared on social media. It'll be in the comment. And I'm also going to put the screenshot right here. Well, it's up to Chris, whatever platform he chooses to compliment the winner. But that's all I have for today. Any closing statements?
How about you? No, I do like ending with that verse, James
That's a good
1:19.
one.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's, I obviously the Bible is all good. God is real. His word is inspired.
Amen.
And that we have freedom in Jesus Christ, and we have a new life. And so we talk about a lot of things here that are just kind of funny, nonsensical. But other youth pastors, we assume that we're all kind of in this together, trying to help a lost and dying world know that there's a Savior that cares for it and cares for us. And so we believe that's Jesus Christ. And so I think it's important just that we all realize, take note of this, as James said, everybody should be quick to listen. If we just stopped right there, that's good all by itself.
That's good.
That might even be tweetable. Everybody should be quick to listen. But then we get crashed on all sides. You could also make another tweet, people should be slow to speak. That might start stepping on some people's toes. And then the next one, people should be slow to becoming angry. I think that could also be something that people could, right now, when people are angry, that people get inflared by a lot of things.
And I know some versions have that as the word wrath. And I think that's a good difference.
Slow to wrath.
Yeah, slow to wrath. Because, anger is sometimes is an okay thing, but that wrath, that uncontrollable, I don't care who's on the opposite side, I don't even have a solution.
Right.
I'm just mad type anger is dangerous.
Well, the last part of the next verse that people don't always quote says, because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires.
That's good.
So I think we all have to kind of wrestle with that, because I think there's a righteous anger, right?
Yeah.
I think there's a righteous indignation that happens, but let's just really make sure that we're more about listening, slow to speak, slow to become angry, and realizing that human anger doesn't produce a godly result. And yet godly intervention can actually be the glue and the salve that will solve this situation.
Amen.
That's about all I got.
All right. Well, in that case, who's going to sign us off?
Go ahead.
All right. Well, thank you for showing up to the UIC show. If you got questions for us, please contact us. We're at uic.org. If you want to check out the website, see other things that we've done and put out. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for sharing. Let people get this information out. We just want to create a community where we can dialogue about stuff relating to next generation leadership development. Awesome. And so thank you very much. If you got questions, you can email us at podcast at uic.org. So for Brent, I just say thank you for showing up.
For Chris, make sure you awesome this video.
Awesome it, please.
Don't forget to awesome it. And from Joe, Mel, and Jesse, thanks for watching. See you guys next week.
Battle dance.
Cornbread.
Battle dance. I want a battle dance video.